Scientists have discovered the hidden tomb of Moses, a central figure in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Moses was born in ancient Egypt during a time when the Pharaoh ordered the death of all newborn Hebrew boys. He was found by Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him and raised him in the royal palace. Moses lived quietly in the land of Midian for 40 years, marrying Zipporah, the daughter of a local priest, and working as a shepherd. However, his life changed dramatically when he encountered a burning bush on Mount Horeb. God spoke to Moses and told him to return to Egypt to free the Israelites from slavery. Moses returned to Egypt and demanded that Pharaoh let the Israelites go. God sent a series of 10 plagues to punish Egypt, but Moses eventually convinced Pharaoh to release the Israelites. Moses gave the Israelites a key instruction to mark their doorposts with lamb's blood, which led to the establishment of Passover. When Pharaoh's son died in the final plague, he finally gave in and allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt. This marked the start of the Exodus, and Moses led the Israelites through the harsh desert. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, which became the foundation of Jewish law. Despite their struggles, Moses guided them and provided miracles such as feeding them from heaven and drawing water from a rock. The tomb of Moses, believed to be hidden in deep mystery, has been a subject of interest for centuries. According to the Bible, Moses died on Mount Nebo and was buried in a secret place around 1271 BC. The site of Nabi Musa, located in the Judean desert near the Dead Sea, holds religious significance, particularly in Islamic tradition. Muslims believe it to be Moses' final resting place, as his story in Islam shares many similarities with the biblical account. During the Mamluk Sultanate, Sultan Baybars established a shrine and mosque at Nabi Musa to honor the prophet Moses. This act cemented the site's importance in Islamic tradition and initiated a centuries-old pilgrimage tradition. The annual Nabi Musa festival, a pilgrimage from Jerusalem to the shrine, is traditionally linked to the celebration of Laylat al-Miraj, commemorating Moses' night journey and ascension to heaven. Nabi Musa is not just a historical site but also a physical and spiritual link to the story of Moses. It reflects the medieval Islamic style, featuring a mosque, shrine, and accommodations for pilgrims. Other sites such as Jebel Harun also claim to hold this honor. Located near Petra in modern-day Jordan, Jebel Harun is believed to be the burial place of Moses' brother Aaron, and the current mosque, built during the Mamluk era, is a sacred place for Muslims. Mount Nebo, located in Jordan, is a significant location often associated with Moses. Known for its deep religious and historical significance, the Bible recounts that it was from this mountain that Moses was granted a view of the Promised Land but did not enter it. The site is believed to have left a mysterious burial site, with breathtaking views of the Jordan River Valley and Jerusalem visible in the distance. Mount Nebo's significance is further enriched by the ancient town of Nebo, which was built at the summit during the Byzantine era. Pope John Paul II planted an olive tree next to the Byzantine chapel, symbolizing peace and reflecting the mountain's spiritual history. A modern addition to the site is a serpentine cross sculpture by Italian artist Giovanni Fantoni, symbolizing the bronze serpent invoked by Moses in the wilderness and the cross of Jesus. In 2018, explorer Josh Gates and his team set out on an expedition to uncover possible alternative burial sites, including the Sea of Galilee, a region steeped in biblical history. They used satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, drones, high-resolution cameras, and 3D scanning technology to explore the depths of the Sea of Galilee and its surrounding terrain. Their discovery beneath the Sea of Galilee captured the world's attention. In October 2018, the discovery of an ancient circular stone monument submerged in the Sea of Galilee led to the search for Moses' final resting place. The massive structure, made of basalt rocks, measures 230 feet in diameter and rises 32 feet from the lakebed. The site's association with ancient burial practices suggests it might mark the tomb of a significant figure, possibly even Moses himself. The excavation of the site was challenging due to poor visibility, strong currents, and the depth of the lake. However, with determination, the team discovered a hidden chamber beneath the mound of stones, which contained an undisturbed burial site sealed for thousands of years. Inside was a simple coffin, less ornate than expected, suggesting a focus on preservation rather than display. The hidden burial place of Moses marks a significant break from the Torah's tradition of revering the burial sites of Israel's leaders. The likely answer lies in the fear that future generations might deify Moses due to his immense influence and miraculous acts. Rabbi Levi ben Gershon, a medieval Jewish philosopher and scholar, argued that if an object crafted by Moses could lead to idolatry, it would be even more dangerous to venerate his burial site. Moses' warnings against idolatry in Deuteronomy 4 verses 15 to 16 emphasize that the Israelites saw no physical image of God and strictly forbade the worship of any form, including humans. Moses' teachings on idolatry and his announcement of his imminent death suggest that he was concerned about being deified after the Israelites witnessed his extraordinary abilities, leading them out of Egypt, performing miracles and enduring supernatural feats. Moses' reminder of his mortality serves as a key element of his final message, underscoring the larger biblical message that human leaders, no matter how powerful, remain mortal, and worship is reserved for God alone. The story of Mary's Assumption, which involves the belief that Mary never died but was buried and then came back to life on the third day, is connected to the Immaculate Conception, which states that Mary was born without sin. This belief is one of 4 important doctrines about Mary related to the Immaculate Conception. The Eastern Orthodox Church has a similar belief called the Dormition of the Mother of God, meaning falling asleep. Pope Pius XII officially announced this teaching in 1950, linking it to the idea that Mary was taken up to heaven. Different stories about Mary's Assumption spread throughout the Christian world, with celebrations occurring as early as the 5th century. Some scholars believe these stories can be traced back to ancient Christian texts that are not part of the Bible as we know it today. In conclusion, the story of Mary's Assumption and her ascension to heaven has been a topic of debate among various Christian groups, including Catholicism and Eastern Christianity. The discovery of Mary's tomb in the Kidron Valley has prompted further exploration of these complex beliefs and their implications for understanding the Christian faith. The oral traditions surrounding Mary's Assumption and Dormition are rooted in real events and have evolved over time. The belief in Mary's Assumption developed gradually, with some stories supporting the idea that Mary was taken up to heaven while others do not. This belief was considered unofficial until the 6th century but became widely accepted by the 8th century. The celebration of Mary's Dormition evolved over time, with Popes Leo IV and Nicholas I elevating it to the same level as Christmas and Easter. The Catholic Church regards Mary's ascension into heaven as dogma, but not all Catholics share the same belief. Some believe she died before being taken to heaven, while others believe she was brought back to life through a miracle. Eastern Catholics celebrate the Feast of the Assumption on August 15th, while Eastern Orthodox and Eastern Catholic churches celebrate the Dormition. Protestant beliefs vary, with some aligning more closely with Catholicism and others rejecting the doctrine. In the Anglican tradition, opinions range from acceptance of the Assumption to outright rejection. Scientists from Greece are working to restore the original rock of the tomb, hidden under a layer of marble. The team, led by Professor Antonio Malolo, is using specialized tools and techniques to study the tomb and document it through detailed pictures and notes. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, also known as the Church of the Resurrection, is a significant site for many Christians, with 6 groups overseeing its care. The Greek Orthodox Church serves as the primary caretaker of the building, while other Christian denominations share responsibilities. The tomb of the Virgin Mary has been the subject of various traditions, with some believing it is located in Turkestan, northern Iraq, or a mosque in Mosul. Numerous stories and legends describe the Virgin Mary's travels after Jesus' death. One story involves Thomas the Apostle, who reportedly saw Mary's body rise to heaven and is believed to have died in Mari, now part of Turkmenistan. Another legend suggests Mary traveled to Ephesus around 37 to 45 AD, accompanied by Saint John, who is thought to have been her caretaker. The first church dedicated to the Virgin Mary was built in Ephesus, and the Ecumenical Council of 431 convened there to define Mary's divine motherhood. An oral tradition suggests Mary died in a place called Panea Kapu, which is still celebrated with an annual pilgrimage on August 15th. Christians and Muslims alike commemorate the Assumption of Mary on August 15th. In Islamic tradition, the Prophet Muhammad had a special journey to heaven where he saw Mary sitting next to God's throne. Mary is regarded as an extraordinary woman in Islam and is often mentioned alongside prophets and holy figures. The Quran and Hadiths emphasize her importance to Muslims. Orthodox Christians fast for 14 days, abstaining from certain foods and sexual relations, in preparation for the celebration of Mary's Assumption. Over 30 countries celebrate Assumption Day as a public holiday, including Andorra, Austria, Belgium, Burundi, Cameroon, and various nations in Europe, Africa, and South America. In Hungary it is no longer observed, but in parts of Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Guatemala, Costa Rica, and Belgium the tradition continues.